The bakers of Weber's Bread present your all-star Western Theater.
Drifting along, singing a song under a western moon.
From Hollywood comes your all-star Western Theater, starring America's great Western singers, Foy Willing and the Riders of the Purple Sage. Our guest today is Columbia Pictures cowboy singing star Ken Curtis. This is Cottonseed Park, and here are the Riders of the Purple Sage.
The rainbow over the range, and the skies are blue again. The rolling thunder fills in the far-off hills. There's a rainbow over the range. Hear the cowboys yippee-yi-oh, while the doggies mill and low. The sun is riding high in the prairie sky. There's a rainbow over the range. I've been told there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow lane. But I found the trail, just a magic veil that's worn in the wind and rain. It's a grand and glorious day, and the clouds have rolled away. The rain thunder stills in the far-off hills. There's a rainbow over the range. I've been told there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow lane. But I found the trail, just a magic veil that's born in the wind and rain. It's a grand and glorious day, and the clouds have rolled away. The faint thunder stills in the far-off hills. There's a rainbow over the range.
In the jive language of today, a Voot Cowboy is a cowpoke who is on the beam, a puncher who is hip to what's new and solid in whatever he does. In the old days, such a cowboy was merely referred to as a top hand. It just goes to show that it doesn't make much difference what kind of language is used as long as the quality is there. A good cowboy is a good cowboy in any language. Today, it's the same with Weber's Bread. Weber's Bread is good bread, no matter how you ask your grocer for it. You can tell him you want a loaf of Weber's Bread, or you can ask for a loaf of the bread that comes in the famous blue gingham wrapper. He'll know what you mean. And remember, for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Weber's is the bread that adds the extra enjoyment to every meal. Buy a loaf of Weber's Bread next time you go shopping.
Well, you listeners of the All-Star Western Theater are in for a real Western treat today, for we've roped and tied one of the screen's great new Western singing stars to come a-calling on you. And we know you'll be mighty happy to join with us in a big welcome to Ken Curtis. And with him, we welcome a return visit from America's great cowboy champion, Monty Montana. And now to our Western drama for today, entitled The Voot Cowboy, starring Ken Curtis with Monty Montana, Foy Willing, Al Sloy, Jimmy Dean, Johnny Paul, Joe Forte, and Helen Gerald. The Bar 4 Ranch, owned and operated by old Tom Kilgore, well, it's just like any other cattle ranch. It has cattle, horses, corrals, stables, and everything else that goes to make a well-equipped ranch. It has cowhands, too, but that's where the hitch comes in. There's such an unusual variety of hired help that it keeps the old man in one sweat after another. For example, there's Foy Willing. Give him a guitar, pencil, and paper, and he'll write songs till the cows come home. He's always making up rhymes.
Let's see now. There's moon, June, soon, too soon, Mickey-roon. I should finish this by tomorrow noon.
And then there's Monty, who spends most of his time practicing cowboy yells.
Whee! Yo! Yeah!
And then there's Al. He's always telling funny jokes.
And then he says to him, who was that lady I saw you eating with? And he says, that wasn't no lady I was eating with. That was my knife. Oh!
And Jimmy is the one that spends every spare moment playing gin rummy with himself.
Well, let's see. Lost again. That means I owe myself $112.70. Hey, that's pretty good profit for a loser.
Then there's Johnny. Does nothing but practice on that fool fiddle. But the one that's got everybody's senses in an uproar is Ken. Ken has only been on the ranch a month or two now, but from his actions, he no doubt comes from the far, far west, West Glendale. At any rate, Ken is a cowboy cat that latched on to the groovy lingo of the more mellow, Rooney advocates of the Reeny Rooty. In other words, he might be called a Voot Cowboy. At the moment, the entire gang of ranch hands has the owner, Tom Kilgore, in an uproar.
Now, look, boys, I've had all of this foolishness. I'm going to stand around this ranch. Quiet, shit.
Now, boss, you're just getting yourself all worked up over nothing. Yeah. Say, you remind me of a feller who walked into a
If
saloon.
you started another one of those unfunny jokes of yours, I'll throw this chair at you.
Oh, this is a good one, old boss. The feller walks into the saloon. He says, give me a drink.
Yeah.
Well, the barkeep serves him a glass of water. He tastes of it and says, what is this stuff? Well, the barkeep says, that's water.
Yeah?
The drunk says, something new, eh? Well, you can take my word for it. It'll never sell.
It stinks.
I wish you guys would be quiet. I'm trying to make up a rhyme, and I can't think.
Oh, so the poet can't think. What are you writing now? Your last will and testimony in rhyme?
Nope. But say, that would be a clever idea.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Paul didn't raise no corn last year. Paul raised nothing to sell. Paul didn't raise no beans at all. He was in the city raising... he was having lots of fun.
No one but a moron would write that.
Oh,
You ought to be back in the 4th grade of school.
Never got that far in school.
That's easy to believe.
But I was the only boy in the 3rd grade that could vote.
Will you stop playing that infernal fiddle?
Oh, boss, let me play just one piece. Yeah, let's have some music, Johnny.
Yeah, come
on. All right.
What can you play besides nothing?
Here's a brand new one, boss. It'll be a big hit.
Yeah?
Good for you, Johnny. What's the name of it?
It's called Arkansas Traveler. Listen. Now, that's what I call real music. A hillbilly starter.
Hiya, Gates. What's jumping in the skillet besides grease?
Well, howdy, Ken.
Till you walked in, I was about to enjoy some good music.
If you think that square fare is music, then your clock needs winding.
And what's wrong with my music?
You're out of meter, Skeeter.
Well, then maybe you could do better.
Natch, Mac, I'm a fiddling vulture with musical culture. I'm known as the Toscanini of Tennessee. Here, toss me that cigar box with the baling wire and horsehair handle, and I'll give the Arkansas Traveler a zooty ride on Cloud 13.
Here you are, Ken. Now let's have something.
One of you catch lights onto that squeeze box there, and we'll take off like Sally ran. Everybody stand back, or you might get some of it on you.
Ken, I want to hand it to you. I've heard fiddle players in my day, but that was about the best I ever heard in all my life.
You should get a load of my fiddle playing after I've had a few blocks of Sin Sin.
Kindly talk sideways. I've had about all of this I can stand. I'm going to bed. And good night. Good night.
You know, the boss must have had something.
He's all right. Just a shade square. He's rusty.
Ken, I'm trying to write a new song. Maybe you can help me.
Jackson, your eyeballs are now blinking at a songwriter that is nothing short of terrific.
what did you ever write?
I wrote Stardust by Hoagie Carmichael, Blue Skies by Irving Berlin, San Antonio Rini by Bob Wills. But my newest song is the successor to Cement Mixer, Putty Putty by Slim Gaylor.
And what do you call it?
Pinball Machine Tilty Tilty by Martha Tilton. A mellow little ditty I whipped up in one of my relaxing moments.
Someone's at the door. Get it, Johnny.
Say, maybe that's Monty. He's running late tonight. Hello, Monty. Come on in. Hi-yo, silverware.
Come in, Monty. How are you?
Hiya, Jackson. What's cooking, boy?
Well, I've been over to Lem Wiggins' house learning some new cowboy yells.
Look, Monty, I don't dig you. Why all the boomy routine with the cowboy yell?
Oh, I don't know. I just like to yell, I guess.
Now, look, Jackson, that doesn't make sense. You're liable to rip your radar. Come on now. Why do you do it?
Well, listen, Ken, there's no particular reason.
Fair deal, McNeil, but it don't gel. There's got to be a reason for it when a grown-up man is hip to yelling his cotton-picking head off.
Now, look, Ken, some people like to ride horses and some like to play the fiddle. Then there's some like to write poetry. But me, I like to holler.
That Monty had better come down out of the stratosphere. He's going to drift around up there and stump his toe on an angel.
That Monty's a great boy.
Oh, he's sharp as a fresh set-on cactus plant, all right. Say, boys, how about making with the music?
That's a good idea, provided you do the singing.
Well, then let's go. Here's a musical cousin to the pickle in the middle with the mustard on top called Rudy Toots Galoot. I'm Rudy Tootin', highfalutin', Rudy Toots Galoot. I rant and rare and roar and tear and ride and rope and shoot. The women cry when I ride by, but I don't give a hoot. I'm Rudy Tootin', highfalutin', Rudy Toots Galoot. I tell 'em I'm their own, and then I leave 'em all alone. From sunny San Antonio to Butte. Hey, I'm a courtin', sportin', real rip snortin', sorta kind of brute. Just a Rudy Tootin', highfalutin', Rudy Toots Galoot. For Western music, boys, that's as solid as a sick kitten on a warm brick, I mean to say.
Hey, did I ever tell you fellers the one about the boy who took his gal out riding in his car and the car went out of gas?
Don't believe you did. How's he go?
It don't go. You have to push it.
Say, I wonder who that can be. Answer the door, Johnny.
It ain't said nothing.
Boy, are you square. Get me a cigar box and I'll cut your hair.
Never mind, I'll get it.
How do you do? I hope I'm not intruding.
Absolutely not. This is the right place. Come on in. What's your name?
My name is Clementine Carruthers. We're your new neighbors, and I thought the least I could do would be to drop over and get acquainted.
Well, my darling Clementine. Come right on in and meet the boys.
My, how flattering. I haven't heard anything like that since I left Georgia.
Boys, this is our new neighbor, Miss Clementine
Carruthers.
Carruthers, and she wants to get acquainted.
Nice.
This is Al, Jimmy, Johnny, and Ken.
I'm right proud to know you, gentlemen. But you didn't tell me your name.
I'm Willie.
I beg your pardon.
You'll have to excuse these boys. They're not very hip with the manners for a classy lassie with a flashy chassis like you.
I beg your pardon.
Clementine, you're fine as wine, and I opine I got the time.
I do declare.
Here comes Monty.
Say, boys, what's going on here?
Monty, this is our new neighbor, Miss Clementine
Carruthers.
Carruthers.
How do you do, Monty?
Heidi-ho.
Oh, how simply flattering. I haven't had a man phone for me since I left Georgia.
Yes, sir. That Monty is a vouch scout. Dr. McBooty in person.
I don't quite understand, Mr. King.
He's in. Mellow. Solid. Vouch O'Rooney.
Oh, true to Mickey Rooney.
Don't you dig me?
Deepy. Are you feeling well, sir?
Everything's avocado, honey. I'm just a lad with sharp learning.
I'm so glad for you. Well, boys, I must be moving along. Tomorrow is Monday, and I have an enormous watch to put out.